Outside the desert diner, the asphalt shimmered under the merciless noon sun. Engines growled low as a line of motorcycles, chrome flashing, rested like sleeping beasts along the cracked parking lot. Inside, the place was thick with the greasy smell of burgers and beer. A gang of bikers, leather vests patched with skulls and flames, slouched across 3 booths, boots kicked up, sunglasses hiding bloodshot eyes. Tattoos crawled up their arms like snakes. Their laughter, loud, cruel, filled the room, daring anyone to tell them to shut up. The screen door whined open again. Heads turned lazily toward the sound. Across the blistering lot, an old man shuffled forward, slow and deliberate. Dust clung to his battered boots. His jeans were worn thin, his flannel shirt faded nearly white. He walked with a limp, not the kind born of laziness or old age, but something deeper, something earned. The biggest biker, Tank, 6'5", 300 pounds of muscle and bad decisions, elbowed his buddy and barked a laugh. "Look at Grandpa! Someone forgot their walker!" The others roared. Fists pounded tables. A half-eaten burger slid off a plate and thudded to the floor, unnoticed. The old man didn't flinch. He kept moving, one slow step after another, eyes shaded under the brim of a battered hat. His hands hung at his sides, gnarled like twisted oak. He reached the diner's edge, and the biker's jeers sharpened like knives. "Hey, old-timer!" a skinny guy with a buzz cut yelled. "Dessert's that way, graveyard's the next stop." More laughter, louder now, as if they needed the noise to hide a gnawing discomfort they couldn't explain. The old man stopped. For a heartbeat, everything froze. Even the flies buzzing lazily over a ketchup stain seemed to hover mid-air. Then, in a single slow motion, he grasped the side of his jacket and pulled it aside. Rows of medals, gleamed against his chest. Bronze stars, purple hearts, silver crosses, some old and scratched, others shining like defiance itself under the pastel desert sun. Symbols of wars fought in places the bikers couldn't even spell. Battles that had reshaped the world while they were still drooling into their cribs. Silence crashed into the diner like a wrecking ball. Tank's mouth flapped open, words failing him for the first time in years. The old man's eyes, cold, steel gray, swept over them. One by one, each biker shifted in his seat. Suddenly, their jackets felt too tight, their tattoos like cheap costumes. The old man spoke, his voice low and gravelly, a sound like boot leather scraping stone. "Respect," he said simply. "You either learn it, or life teaches it to you." He turned his back, exposing a deep, ragged scar running from his shoulder down to his waist, visible through a tear in his shirt. A brutal reminder that the man in front of them had bled for things they could never understand. Tank stood abruptly, knocking over his chair with a clatter. For a moment, it looked like he might say something. Apologize, make a joke, anything. But instead, he stepped back. The others followed without a word, slipping out of the diner like children caught throwing rocks at a church. The old man limped to the counter, ordered a black coffee, and sat quietly at the end, eyes distant. The waitress, hands trembling slightly, served him without asking for payment. Outside, the bikers huddled near their bikes. No engines roared to life. They just stood there, staring at the ground, the sky, anywhere but the diner. Tank finally broke the silence. "You think he asked, voice cracking. One of the others, a younger biker whose brother had served and never come home, nodded slowly. "Yeah," he said, "he's seen more hell than we ever will." They mounted their bikes in silence, riding away without another word, dust curling behind them like guilty ghosts. Back inside, the old man sipped his coffee, staring out the window. A boy, no more than 10, nervously approached, dragging his mother behind him. "Sir?" the boy said, voice shaking. "Were you a soldier?" The old man looked at him, and for the first time a small, tired smile cracked his weathered face. "Once," he said, "a long time ago." The boy hesitated, then stuck out his hand. "Thank you," he said. The old man took it, his grip firm but gentle. Outside, the sun blazed. Inside, for just a moment, it felt a little less harsh.